Assalamu alaikum, dear students. So here I am, Miss Amara, and I'm making the video according to the marking scheme of the Cambridge Board for O Levels Islamiyat. As I was checking the marking scheme, I really wanted to discuss this point with my students that most of the students, when they perform the examination board report, the Cambridge board report, they show that the most of the students, 80% of the students, are unable to understand the question. Means they do not provide the content which is required for the question. You know a lot of things, but you do not know how to write the answer and what are the contents they should be written. So here I am targeting the first question which comes in the paper 1 from the life of Prophet ﷺ, telling you if this question come, what are the mind maps and key points you can discuss in the answer. Okay, so here it is: write an account on the life of Prophet ﷺ from birth till first revelation. So when you have this type of question starting from the birth, they are asking you from the birth. Do not tell them what were the condition of the Arabia before the birth of Prophet ﷺ. You have to start from the birth. Starting from the birth, you have to tell that Prophet ﷺ was born in the preceding year of elephants. Means the whole event of Abraha when he attacked the Khana Kaaba, and how Allah protected the Makkah through Ababils, the birds Ababils. That event you need to discuss the whole point. Okay, then after that, obviously the main important point that he was born in Makkah 570 CE, and that Hazrat Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala his father name and his parents name, the mother name was Amina. And after that you need to discuss that he was sent to Hazrat Halima radiyallahu ta'ala. That also you need to discuss the point that this is our culture. This is the Arabian culture, that they send their infants to far off desert places where they could learn the language and the civilization. So Prophet ﷺ was sent to Hazrat Halima radiyallahu anha. After that you have to discuss the point that when he was with Hazrat Halima radiyallahu anha, Hazrat Halima could feel the blessings of Prophet ﷺ. And one of the main events of the life of Prophet ﷺ happened when two angels came and took out the heart of Prophet ﷺ and purify it. So this event you need to discuss it in detail. After that, Prophet ﷺ was returned to Hazrat Amina radiyallahu ta'ala. Because of this event, Hazrat Halima radiyallahu ta'ala came to Hazrat Amina telling the whole event of the angels and returning Prophet ﷺ to her. Hazrat Amina, unfortunately, at the age of 6, when Prophet ﷺ was 6 years old, she died when she was returning from Yasrib, and it was very emotional scenario when Prophet ﷺ was crying over the chest of her mother. Ayman took care of Prophet ﷺ after that. After Hazrat Amina, Prophet ﷺ was looked after by his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. Okay, at the age of 8, Abdul Muttalib also died. And after that, Prophet ﷺ was with Hazrat Abu Talib. And when Prophet ﷺ was with Abu Talib had such a love for Prophet ﷺ that what Prophet ﷺ want, Hazrat Abu Talib want that. Means Prophet ﷺ was so much loved by his uncle and took care of him by Hazrat Abu Talib. At the age of 12 years old, the most important journey of Prophet ﷺ life was happened, which is reported that Prophet ﷺ accompanied Hazrat Abu Talib in the journey towards Syria, and where he met a Christian monk. The Christian monk was there. He saw Prophet ﷺ, and in their books it is mentioned the signs of prophethood. So he could see the signs of prophethood in the Prophet ﷺ, that how Prophet ﷺ was sitting and how the trees were giving shades to him. When the Christian monk saw all these signs, what he did, he discussed it with uncle Prophet Sallallahu uncle Abu Talib, and said that you need to keep your nephew safe from the Jews, because if they would see the signs of prophethood in your nephew, they could kill him because of the jealousy. Okay, so this main event happened when Prophet Sallallahu was in his early teens, and then after that, at the age of 15 years, the war broke out between the Quraysh and Hawazin tribe. That war is called Harbul Fijar. Harb means war, and Fijar was the name of that war. And Prophet ﷺ not directly but indirectly took part in that war. He was only 15 years old, and first time he witnessed any war broke out in front of his eyes. So what he was doing in that war, he was just giving arrows to his uncle, helping him indirectly. Okay, after that, okay, so the war broke out between which tribes? The tribes of Hawazin and Quraysh. And Quraysh. Okay, in the Arabian culture, even before Islam, there were some sacred months in which the war was not allowed to be fought. But the Hawazin tribe did not respect those months, and the war, the attack was done by Hawazin towards the Quraysh in those years, and Quraysh felt so agitated, and that's how the war broke out between the two tribes, and Prophet ﷺ not directly but indirectly took part with his uncle. One of the main events in the life of Prophet ﷺ after Harbul Fijar is Halful Fuzul. Okay, Halful Fuzul was a peace treaty which was signed between 5 of the people. Prophet ﷺ was also there, and he was invited, and this treaty was signed among the people. So they thought that they would help any person who is oppressed and against the person who is the oppressor. So it is reported that Hazrat Zubair radiyallahu anhu was the person who was oppressed by some Qurayshi, and he took his wealth by oppression and injustice. This treaty was signed that they would be able to help anyone who is oppressed. Means the aim of the treaty was to protect the rights of the oppressed. After that, the important event in the life of Prophet ﷺ was the fixing of the black stone. The black stone which is still in the Khana-e-Kaaba, Hajra Aswad. Hajra Aswad was removed because of some harsh weather and climatic conditions, and it was misplaced from the place where it was, and it was very much the matter of what you can say, everyone loved that, and everyone wanted to put that stone back in its position. All the tribal leaders wanted this to happen by their hands. Okay, so it was the cause of tension between the Arab leaders, and Prophet ﷺ with all his wisdom solved the matter and came and put that stone in the sheet, in one of the white sheet, and all the tribal leaders hold it, and Prophet ﷺ with his own blessed hands fixed the stone with all his wisdom. After this event, Prophet ﷺ mostly wanted to spend his time in solitude. He used to meditate, and that's how Prophet ﷺ got the first revelation when he was in the cave of Hira and he was contemplating, and Angel Jibrail came with the first 5 revelation of Surah Iqra. 5 revelation. So students, if this question would come, what would you do? You would discuss all these points, and you need to discuss all these points comprehensively and briefly. Okay, means the events you will discuss, like the birth of Prophet ﷺ. For example, you are discussing the birth of Prophet ﷺ in the year of elephants, so you have to discuss the whole event of the year of elephants, but try to tell it in the comprehensive and shortly, in the comprehensive way and briefly. Means short but complete. The event should be complete but in the short words. Okay, hope this video would help you in your examination.